Okay, so it is lunchtime, which means I am home, and I did not prepare what I was going to make today, really. But I do have hot dogs that I took out of the freezer yesterday, so I might have these if they're soft enough. Yeah, they are. Okay, so I might actually eat these then. I was just gonna have like cereal or something. But now that I'm home, I'm actually kind of hungry, so maybe we'll do this instead. I also have a Yoplait in the fridge, so I could always have that. But, oh no. I don't really have any ketchup though. I have chili sauce, but I don't have ketchup. Yeah, I'm gonna just go with cereal, and then I'll have this later for dinner. Ooh, 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 ooh. Okay. So far, nothing much has happened. I had one class today. I only have 2 classes on Mondays, so I had my first class, and then right after, I have my first class right before lunch, and then my second class right after lunch. So after lunch, I'm gonna have my second class, and then, I'm gonna have 2 periods that I'm just like not doing anything, and then I'm probably gonna go to the post office to send a letter to the governments asking them for a certificate of residency, because I need that so that I don't have to pay the Korean taxes that I haven't paid for the past 2 years. So you get to like be exempt from Korean taxes for the first 2 years. I'm sorry. If you like if you like show proof that you are a resident of the United States, because the United States and Korea have like that kind of deal going. But I forgot to, or not that I forgot, I was kind of just like, oh, whatever, I'll pay the thing. I got lazy, so I didn't ask for it when I first got here, which I should have, because I would have just had it. But now I need to like send that off and ship and get it back so that I can, you know, not have to pay so much. Because according to the administrator that does like that deals with like my paycheck and stuff, she said that the taxes were a lot more than like she was even thinking, which like probably way more than I was thinking too. So I feel like it's probably more beneficial to just get the exemption. Okay, dishes are washed. I'm actually low-key still thinking about having hot dog. What else do I have to do? Oh, I'm ashamed. I'm not gonna edit this at all. I probably should have paused it. But yesterday, so I'm actually upset because the people from upstairs moved yesterday, and 2 of my boxes got like taken with their stuff because the movers just like weren't paying attention, and I had gotten stuff shipped or delivered on Saturday when I was out, and it was so annoying because they gave me back this package, which had these are like small A5 sized papers, but they're also not like super, it looks white, but it's more of an off-white color, and I got those because I wanted to, it's for my vision board. So the idea is that my vision board is going to have a bunch of like, you know, pictures, quotes, words, etc., the things that vision boards usually have. But I'm also going to put my kind of plant. It's also going to function kind of as a planner, which again is why I decided to buy like cork boards for this project instead of just buying a big construction piece. What was I gonna say? Oh, so I designed like a calendar on Word, because why pay money when I could just, I mean, like, I did pay money at the end of the day, but I think this cost like max $3 plus shipping for, like, including shipping. I think it was max $3 for 50 sheets of this A5, which is really pretty because it's not completely white. It's, like I said, it's kind of like an off-white situation. It looks nice, is the point. And so I bought the paper, and then I had already made the calendar, and I feel like that's like $3 for a calendar that looks really pretty, by the way. So each month has a different like font, but then this half of it is the same on all of them. And I even went through and like made sure to mark which days are red days, which would essentially be the days that I don't have work. And I also printed out this other thing that I was going to use as more of a weekly scheduler, but it didn't print out the way that it didn't print out very well. The colors weren't that great in the end, so I'm either going to get something that is already made, or try to figure out another way that I will actually use to do a weekly thing. I've tried doing weekly checklists before, but again, like, you try, you fail, you try again, and maybe things change. No, that's actually the definition of insanity according to Albert Einstein, I think. No, so yeah, this for 2020, self-discipline is the key word. Self-discipline is the key word. I'm hoping to join a gym next year, actually, because I think it would help me to stay focused if I actually paid somebody to, tell me what to do. And I wouldn't have to like see them every single day or every time that I go to the gym. It would just be probably like once a week, and then I'd work out a total of 3 times a week, including that day that I see my personal trainer. So yeah, I'm planning on not joining a gym. I definitely said I'm planning on joining a gym. I meant I'm planning on getting a personal trainer next year. I've looked at some of the prices of personal trainers in like the next town over, and in Kangen, which is like really, really far away. But because we are trying to get our license and car next year, that shouldn't be an issue. So yeah, I've looked at other towns in the immediate vicinity, and so I've seen like prices of how much it would be for a month, and it's usually around it's usually less than like 200,000 won, which is roughly like 190 a month for a personal trainer, which I think is a steal. Like I thought it would be way more than that, to be honest. So I'm planning on doing that next year, just so that I have somebody to hold me accountable on at least one of the days. I'm hoping that getting a car will also prompt me to be more efficient with my time, because I think one of the main reasons I refuse to like go anywhere is because I have to take public transportation. Even though I like taking public transportation, sometimes I feel like once it becomes like a regular thing or something I have to do to get around, then it becomes really annoying. Like I said, on Saturday I had to take like 2 buses that totaled 2 hours just to get to somebody's place, where if I had a car, that probably would have taken me like 30 to 45 minutes to get to. So yeah, I don't know. I think I should get a car. And I was thinking that this could actually be a waste because my plan is to lease a car, and all of the leases that I've seen so far have been about 3-year leases. And I was thinking, oh, it might have been a good idea. It probably would have been better to do this when I first got here. But if I'm thinking about it, upon thinking about it more, I realized this is actually a good thing because I will have a car for this like full year. And if I do, I'm applying to 3 different schools. 2 of them are not in Seoul. 2 of them are very, very deep in like the middle of nowhere. Probably slightly worse than where I currently am. Like, which is why I'm like, okay, this might actually be a good, solid investment if I can get into like any of these schools, really. Even if I do end up in Seoul, I probably won't use the car that much, but it will still get used. Like, I feel like I'm more the type of person to want to have something so that I have it when I need it, but as opposed to like not have it even if I don't need it. I don't know. Because if I have a car, even in Seoul, I feel like grocery shopping is a big thing that I avoid like the plague, because it's so annoying, especially right now living where I live, to go and take a bus ride that's about 30 to 45 minutes to the nearest like big shopping or big grocery store that doesn't even have all that much stuff that any other of these in the same franchise would have. And then I have to get in and out within like 15 minutes most times, 10 minutes sometimes, because of how quickly the bus comes back. And then if I don't get that bus, I'd have to wait like an hour or 2 sometimes. If it's in the afternoon, like 3, just to get another bus back. So that's the main reason why I'm just like, yeah, I'd rather have the car, even if I'm mostly going to be using it for the next like 6 or so months. It's still better to have it than to not. I'm thinking I'm probably also going to travel within the country a lot more with a car than without it, because 2.5 years and I really don't know much of Korea beyond Seoul and like my current area, which is really, really sad. So yeah, I think it's just best if I have some wheels of my own. Just saying. If anyone was ever thinking about coming to Korea and you ended up being in the middle of nowhere, which like is a very big possibility, I recommend getting your license and then just coming here and changing it into a international license when you get here, like immediately, and then getting a car, because you can get like really cheap cars, especially if you're only planning on staying here a year. You can find people who are selling cars for super, super cheap, like 800,000 won. or less sometimes, and it'll have a bunch of miles on it, but if you're only planning on staying here a year, it's probably more of an investment to just get the car than to like be landlocked or struggle with transportation. Yeah. I've hit 15 minutes, so I'm probably not going to say anything for the rest of the day, and this is just going to be the video. Yesterday, I like barely made day 1. Today, day 2 is finishing early because I really, my week's really boring, to say the least. So, I will see you tomorrow. Bye.